Give it to
Yeah.
me. Give it to me, Daddy.
Well, it's a guy that's from Texas, I think, and he has like some kind of horns, something on the helmet. Oh, it's the Texans. My bad. That's my bad. Yes, Noah Brown. Noah Brown. The crazy funny thing. So Noah. The last two games, Noah Brown has actually been kind of oddly somehow irrelevant, which I wasn't expecting him to be irrelevant in this last weekend's game. So I mean, he put up 25 points. He was out 75% of snaps. Had 8 targets, 7 receptions for 172 yards. That's good. He was average, which was an average of 24 yards per catch. So I honestly I don't know where this actually came from. Well, I know where this came from because Nico Collins was out and they had nobody else to fill in, and ta-da, Noah Brown to the rescue. We should have a little Batman signal or something. But
Yeah,
yeah,
no, dude, it came out of nowhere. I thought it would end. I thought it'd be a one game because there's a bunch of chief receivers that do this. MVS does this once a year where he'll have this like 123 touchdown game, and then people, oh, he's capable of doing that, and then he disappears the rest of the year. So I thought Noah Brown would do something similar, because Nico Collins was out. I'm like, okay, so and then but the way Stroud is moving the ball around, I mean, everybody's getting involved. Their offense, I mean, Singletary 150 rushing yards, and then I think probably close to 500 yards total offense, maybe over that with all the everything included. Just impressive against the Bengals. And Noah Brown, you know what? The hell with it. I'm gonna, we'll probably talk about him in waivers because, fool me once, fool me twice. And now I think going forward, we're gonna have to take Noah seriously. If Nico Collins is questionable again, because I think he's questionable for Week 11. If Nico is questionable again, Tank Dell's going to get his. Too good not to. Dalton Schultz will probably get his as well. You're going to need that third guy through the air. And right now, it's not Robert Woods. It's not Michi. It's Noah Brown. So I'd keep rolling with this. Very, very impressed. You're a Dallas. I mean, this was your guy. I mean, did you ever think he was capable of this? Like when he was the
no,
Cowboys?
I mean, he was one of the guys that he'll get a touchdown or two, just these little small yard dump off ones that 20 yards out or something like that. I mean, he was pretty much their wide receiver 4 if they needed. I mean, he just kind of came in and plays here and there, just to relieve some guy, some of these guys, and he only had a couple touchdowns, I think probably 3 or 4 touchdowns in his whole career with Dallas. So I mean, he didn't really have a whole lot. I mean, he had a few chasers here and there. I mean, they actually were playing. I mean, the only reason why Noah Brown actually had a good game is because Cincinnati gives up 263 yards a game in the receiving department. So, which is probably why Noah Brown had a pretty good game, and Shroud was just going off on these guys. Um, and the previous game before, they against Tampa Bay, he put up, though Tampa was actually giving up 285 yards in the passing defense. Their passing defense was giving that many up, which was 31st worst in the NFL. So, which is why he had another good game the week before. But now they're actually playing Arizona. They're actually giving up a little bit less yard wise, like 228 yards per game, which is actually 11th best. So I don't really see him actually having another 100-yard game against Arizona this upcoming week, but maybe 80 yards, 75 yards, maybe a touchdown in there. I don't see him going off for what he did this last couple weeks where he's been ripping off 20 some odd points. So I mean, I don't see this happening again, but a good wide receiver 3. I mean, he's pretty much a good wide receiver 3 or 4, and that's what
I
he
think.
is. I mean, he's not a number 1 or number 2.
Excuse me. I would try to, the fantasy trading deadline is what, tomorrow? Is that
Well,
tomorrow?
yeah, it depends. It all depends on your league. Some of them are maybe some of them might be this week, some might be next week too. So these next couple weeks, week 11, week
Let's
12,
yeah, let's say a majority of them are tomorrow. If you still got time tonight, because my imaginary watch says it's 7:55 Central Time. I'd try to ship him out. While he's got value, he's blown up the last couple games. I think he's going to have one more monster game against Arizona's junk. They can't. I mean, what? I would assume Stroud's going to have another monster game. If Singletary's in there again for Pierce, he's probably going to have another game. I think they're going to repeat what they did against Cincinnati. I think they're going to win. They're going to put up 30. They're going to throw for a bunch of yards, rush for a bunch of yards. So I think you run this back one more week, and I'd move on from Noah Brown and try to get an asset, moving forward to help you, whether that be a backup running back or something else for your team, because he can't sustain this. I mean, we both agree, like this is a mirage, but ride the wave. Ride the wave right now, Noah Brown.
Ride that short wave for one more week, because I mean I even said that, like, I don't see
him do the doggy paddle. Do the doggy paddle.
Short strokes, not the long strokes.
Yeah. That's what you said.
But I mean, other than that, yeah, this is just a just kind of a mirage, like Eli said, with Noah Brown. But yeah, those are just my couple highlighted players from the week. Nothing too major. I watched just a few games, and these are just a couple of the guys I saw. I mean, I usually have more than this, but we have other things to attend to. So, but yeah, who's your gold star player of the week?
I got to give out